Our land is crying, our rivers are dying. This is not a story from a distant land. This is the reality in Ghana today. We are facing a crisis that threatens our very future. It has a name, Galamsey. It is illegal mining. It is an enemy that works day and night, digging into the heart of our nation. My purpose here is to show you the truth. We must document this destruction. We must raise our voices against it. We must advocate for change before it is too late. This fight is for our children and their children. It is a fight for the soul of Ghana. Galamsey is a simple term for a complex and destructive practice. The name comes from the words, gather them and sell. It describes people who mine for gold without permission from the government. They do not follow any safety rules. They do not care about the environment. They use dangerous methods to find small pieces of gold. In the past, this was done with simple tools like shovels and pans. It was small scale, but today, Galamsey has become a monster. It is a large-scale operation with heavy machines. These machines tear down our forests and dig deep pits in our land. To defeat an enemy, we must first understand it. Why do so many people turn to Galamsey? The answer begins with poverty. In many rural communities, there are no jobs. Young men and women see no future for themselves. They cannot find work that pays enough to feed their families. Farming, once the backbone of our communities, is becoming more difficult. The land is less fertile, and the rains are not reliable. When a person is desperate, they will do anything to survive. Galamsey offers them a chance, however dangerous, to earn money. The problem is not just a lack of jobs. It is also a problem of weak laws and even weaker enforcement. Our laws against illegal mining exist, but they are often ignored. Sometimes corruption plays a deadly role. Powerful people, both inside and outside the government, protect these illegal operations. We cannot ignore the role of foreign involvement in this crisis. Groups from other countries have come to Ghana not to help, but to profit from our destruction. They bring money and advanced machinery, making the Galamsey operations much larger and more destructive. Look at our rivers, the Pra, the Ankobra, the Tano, the Biram. These were once the lifelines of our nation. They provided water for drinking, for cooking, for washing, and for farming. Today, many of them are choked with mud and poison. The water is brown, thick, and undrinkable. The Ghana Water Company has warned that it is becoming too expensive and difficult to treat this water for our cities. In villages along these rivers, people have no choice. They must drink the polluted water. This leads to diseases like cholera, typhoid, and skin rashes. The destruction goes beyond our rivers. Our precious forests are being torn down at an alarming rate. Galamsey operators clear vast areas of trees to make way for their pits and machines. Furthermore, Ghana is one of the world's largest producers of cocoa. But Galamsey is destroying cocoa farms. Farmers are forced off their land, their trees cut down, their livelihoods gone forever. The social fabric of our communities is also being torn apart. The promise of quick money from Galamsey brings crime and violence. The pits themselves are death traps. Every year, we hear tragic stories of young miners being buried alive when the unstable pits collapse. These are not just statistics. They are sons, brothers, and fathers who will never return home. But we are not without hope. The fight for Ghana's future has begun. We must demand stronger enforcement of our laws. This means arresting and prosecuting not just the diggers in the pits, but the powerful kingpins who fund them. We need special courts to handle Galamsey cases quickly and effectively. Enforcement alone is not enough. We must offer real alternatives to the young people who are drawn to Galamsey. This means creating sustainable jobs in rural communities. We can also promote responsible, small-scale community mining that follows the law, protects the environment, and ensures that the wealth stays within the community. The power to change also lies with us, the people. Community action is our strongest weapon. We must become the guardians of our own lands and rivers. When a whole community stands together and says no, it becomes much harder for the destroyers to operate. There are signs of hope. In some areas where Galamsey has been stopped, the rivers are slowly starting to run clear again. Life is returning to the water. Reforestation projects are turning barren lands green once more. The fight ahead is long and difficult, but it is a fight we must win. For the sake of our health, our economy, and our national pride, let us unite. Let us work together to heal the scars on our land and secure a clean, prosperous, and sustainable future for all Ghanaians.